Welcome back to the Daytona Supercross by Honda. The leader is Josh Grant, but Adams and Hansen are having a great battle here for second position, and for Hansen it has championship coloration to it.
Well, you brought up that stat. The winner of this race 15 times gone on to win the title. Now as this battle heats up, the gap is shrinking to the lead. Josh Hansen can smell a win here. He has no pressure from behind, nothing to lose. Milsaps is not gaining fast enough. Another amount of time that's left.
Josh Hansen getting on the inside of Troy Adams and getting by. Adams making a move back in the whoops, and we'll see who comes out on top of that. But another statistic here, KTM has never won a Daytona Supercross. So if Josh Hansen can get up there and win this main event, it'll be a double win for him, and also it's his first Daytona win and also first win for KTM.
A couple of Hondas out front, KTM chasing him, but what about Milsaps? Take a look at a great piece of athleticism and a super save here that happened to him just a little while ago.
Well, Davey Milsaps has got one of those guys that's so much confidence. When he rides, you almost think he doesn't even think about what he's doing. He reminds me a lot of Ronnie Lachine. You look at the save, he just keeps his balance. The bike comes off. It doesn't matter. He just gets right by Chad Johnson, who's been, running strong in the arena cross. But Davey Milsaps on the move forward. He's shrinking that lead. So this race is not over yet.
Hansen has really closed the gap, Brian, now on the leader, Josh Grant. Grant can feel it. I talked about who would be more comfortable up there, somebody with a little bit more experience like Hansen or Josh Grant. I think Hansen would get the nod there, and he's the one able to apply the pressure right now. He's in a good position.
And that indeed will be a big deal as far as the championship goes. I think Milsaps was just showing Johnson there a little freestyle move on the way by. What do you think?
That's just his version of a knack-knack.
Yeah,
Didn't get it all the way over, though.
And we can't see it's off camera right now, but Grant Langston has gone down again. So the frustration for the Pro Circuit Monster Energy guys has gone on. So now Grant has been lapped. He just got lapped by Josh Hansen, and now he's being lapped by Davey Milsaps. So the frustration, he pulls on the track right behind Davey, and you see that Davey is pulling in right behind Troy Adams. So if Davey keeps this thing going, it could be a three-way battle. This could be one of the most exciting finishes in the 125 event we've ever had.
Langston barely holding on inside the top 20, and as Grant Langston went down, we didn't see it. Here's another look.
Coming into the whoops, he gets swapped sideways and just goes down, loses it. That's what I'm talking about this track, Dave. David, you got to agree with me. It gets more and more tricky, and the more you try stuff, the more frustrated you get.
No, this is the kind of track where you've got to keep your cool. And he got cross-rutted a little bit in there. The whoops are hard enough, but when you're trying to aim at a rut, it gets even harder. And he was a little bit off balance before he entered the section. Now Milsaps trying to make a move on Adams, move up a spot.
Troy Adams was one of them clean riders, and Davey Milsaps very aggressive. So I don't think we'll see a lot of sparks flying, but Davey definitely does not want to waste much time because he could have a shot at this win if he gets by Adams soon enough.
That's for third and fourth position on the racetrack right now. Grant with about a 2-second lead over Hansen at this point in the contest. And Josh Grant is coming under attack himself. In fact, here it is as the KTM rider comes up into second position and challenges for the lead. Grant is finding his first challenge of this race. There goes Hansen down on the inside. Couldn't quite make it stick. Here is going to be a very, very critical part of the racetrack that you guys have talked about. Is this where he's going to get it done?
He gets up to side by side, and Josh Hansen takes the lead of the Daytona Supercross. Can Grant come back? He triples. They got lappers in the way. They're going back and forth. That's what this track is about. As the track deteriorates, Josh Grant was able to make up 5 bike lanes in one section just by a small mistake by Hansen.
Pretty good move for a rookie. This is Josh's rookie Supercross season, and I heard reports early on in his Supercross testing that they were considering maybe not having him ride Supercross because he just wasn't flowing with it, and he's flowing pretty good tonight on the most difficult track there is.
A battle for third that turns into hand-to-hand combat as Milsaps got a lot of hard work, all went for nothing there with that collision. We go back to the leader right now, and we're going to have to take a real quick break as another lead exchange is happening. Sorry. Okay, we're going to stick. That's good enough, but we're going to stick with you here as Hansen and Grant are going after it for the lead. Side by side racing. A third place incident there now gives Adams a clear shot at the final podium position, but look at this.
Here comes Josh Grant back. He's getting a run on Hansen and goes back into the lead. This is the kind of stuff that you see that we've talked about. A lot of the young riders haven't showed the heart, but both of these guys are giving it.
Milsaps is pulled off the racetrack. He's decided that apparently something has either happened to his machine or to himself. He is not going to be in this one, and that opens the door wide for Hansen to be the man Grant atop the standings when this one is going on. There is Davey Milsaps off the course.
He looks to be okay, Brian. He's leaning over the front end. It looks like maybe something wrong with the throttle or the front brake. It was the right side of his bike, I believe, it clipped Troy Adams. And Troy, all he did was get squirrely. He didn't mean to make that happen. It was an unfortunate break for Milsaps, the second one of this race.
Well, as they say on four wheels, that's racing. But it has been really a serious turn of events for the two men atop the point standings coming into this race.
Well, the question is, did Josh Hansen, shoot his round off by making that move too early? Here, Grant, he made his move. Now, Grant came back. A lot of times, if you make that move on somebody and they get you back, it blows you out mentally. And Josh Hansen has been able to get tipped mentally. So Josh Grant is doing a great job at fighting himself back, and he's working through the traffic very well.
Yeah, and that time through that section where Grant was making up time tripling, Hansen was able to triple as well. And you're absolutely right, Rick, and you've done that to me before. I've passed you, and I think, okay, well, that's that. And you get me right back, and it throws you completely out of sync, and you got to start from scratch. But what's happened here is Hansen's able to match that pace. Josh's not able to get away from him, so he's able to keep the pressure on, maybe take advantage of a bad decision by Josh through lappers down the stretch.
Definitely, I agree with you 100%, David, on that. White flag, the lappers are going to make this race because both riders are going to be square. And we've seen Hansen very aggressive.
And down they go! And they go down! That could open it up for Adams if he can get by. And a lot of guys are going to do just exactly that while the two leaders are on the ground. They're both up and back going again. Neither one stalled their bike.
We said this could be the most exciting main event. I said Hansen is aggressive, but damn, I can't believe this.
All right, folks. Now is Hansen and Grant. Leave it up to me, guys. I can talk under almost any conditions, but that brought me to near speechlessness right now. And with that, it seems as though Hansen came out of the incident the better man. Grant has almost surrendered here, and Josh Hansen has proven to be the guy that could get to his feet and get going and keep his head together best.
They both kept their bikes running, too, which is amazing.
Yeah, that's the thing. Everyone says the four strokes. If they keep running, they both got out and they got going, and Hansen made that final aggressive move to force out Grant.
I'll tell you what, Josh is quite a charismatic kid, and I can't wait to hear this interview.
Well, indeed, Josh Hansen, that is looking like he's going to win this one. He settled in on the final lap, and the statistic about 15 times the champion in Daytona turns out to be the titleist, and KTM has its first ever win at Daytona, so you know that the men and women in orange are going to be celebrating big here in Bike Week tonight.
The part that I love is that Josh Grant and Josh Hansen both congratulated each other. They're not swinging, they're not yelling at each other. Josh Hansen looks like he's going to puke a lung, but look at Josh Grant. I might go up and hit him, and be mad at him, but you know what he's saying? That's a great race, and that's what you want to see. Two champions, two warriors battling till that last lap, and both of them saying, hey, you did what you had to win. I congratulate you.
Yeah, Josh is stoked. I mean, if you're going to lose one, that's how. He had such a shot at it. When he went across the finish line, he punched the air, and I was thinking, oh, he's mad, and he rode right up to Hansen. I thought, uh-oh, here we go. He was just riding over to go, dude, that was awesome.
Yeah, I think that's the best thing. I've talked about that with Ricky Carmichael and Chad Reed. The best thing a warrior could ever have is somebody to fight with, and to see two guys, congratulate each other for a battle, because that's what this sport is about. It's a full battle, and they were doing it.
Well, he's obviously got some physical difficulty there going on, and the celebration is going to have to wait just a little bit. But Dave Despain, what do you think?
Well, we talked earlier about these kids that get paid a lot of money and are content to kind of just take the check and not worry about winning the races. I'll take those two Joshes off my list of guys like that. Grant and Hansen, that's as good a race as I've seen in a very, very long time. We're going to need a commercial break. We'll let this kid get himself gathered together, and then we'll come back and hear what he has to say about a dramatic finish for this 125 main event. Don't go anywhere.